There we go. We get there in the end. What's going on, everyone? It's Sal Warner. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everyone's had a fantastic day. This Saturday, of course, it is Saturday. You know what? It's a little bit of a downer. You know why it's a little bit of a downer? Because there's no Premier League football, no Man United to talk about today. But you know what? We always find something to talk about because Man United are the main news, aren't they? They're the news of the world, basically. Forget news of the world newspaper. It's Man United are the news of the world when it comes to news about sport and football. It is all about Man United. We don't want to hear anything about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's rigged fight, do we? I mean, it's so obvious that fight was rigged. I mean, I don't know how anyone can take it seriously at the end of the day. It is so rigged. I don't know. I mean, I've lost all respect in regards to boxing and things like that. When I used to love my boxing, I used to love it. I used to think boxing was fantastic. Now I don't know what's real and what's fake. I don't know what's like WWE and boxing. I think it's exactly the same thing these days, if I'm being totally honest with you. And do you know what? I'm going to have to move on from what boxing is and stuff like that. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and smash a like on the video. If you could be as kind to do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's get some of your comments in right now. Absolutely. Big up, UK Rap, big up myself. Seen you in the videos. You've worked with so many legends. It's amazing. You still say grounded and humble. Read out the comments. UK Rap, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate your love. I do. I mean, I will always be the same. I'll never change, my friend. I will never change in regards to that. I am me, and that's how I do things, of course. Grayo, you legend. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. How's you got Chatterbox in 24 ranks? All you people here, please click on the like, subscribe button, star 5 subscriber. You can do this. Big up, Grayo. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Yeah, literally not long till we get to 5,000 subscribers, guys. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, guys. We're not going to move until we get to the top of the tree, guys. You know what? It may seem a long way away, but you know what? When you keep pushing, you keep plucking away, you will get there. We will get there, of course, guys. Of course, we're going to get there, of course, guys. Absolutely. But you know what, guys? Let's get straight into it. Juventus legend Marchisio has been talking about Xerxes. Xerxes, of course, was heavily linked with Juventus over the last few weeks. But Marchisio, Juventus legend, has said they do not want Xerxes and they can do better than Xerxes. What do you make of that? In my opinion, I think it's unfair on Xerxes, a 23-year-old. He hasn't really had a chance to really embed himself into the team, has he? If you're being totally honest, he's a young lad and he needs time. But you know what? News about him going to Juventus and then being shut down by Marchisio was a little bit harsh, in my opinion. I think it was a bit brutal, in my opinion. I don't think people should be targeting a young player like that. I don't care, if he doesn't play for your football club. We're not interested in what other clubs' opinions are of our players at the end of the day. I don't really care what Marchisio says about Xerxes. All I care about is what the United fan base have to say about him, not what other clubs have to say about him. I'm not bothered whether you want him or not. You're not getting him anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? At the end of the day, and that's one thing I would say in regards to that. Xerxes, of course, you know what, hasn't had much luck this year so far. He hasn't had much luck this season. Hasn't really worked out for him. But you know what? It could just spark. It just takes that little spark for things to happen again. That can happen. That is football at the end of the day. Football can change. You know what I mean? In a blink of an eye, football can change. Do you know what I mean? He could become a mainstay. And we will all be looking back and saying, oh, do you remember when we were doubting Xerxes? Do you remember Xerxes was, getting touted as going to Juventus and blah, blah, blah. Marchisio saying that, we don't need Xerxes, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? In regards to that. So, you know what? We move on in regards to that. And you know what, Juve, just keep it to yourself, mate. Absolutely. I will say that very, very clearly to you guys. Of course, guys. Lenny Euro is fit to face Ipswich Town. Now, it could be that he is unleashed against Ipswich Town. I'm not too sure whether we should play him. I think he should be bedded into the team slowly. A substitute appearance here and there, and slowly bedded into the team. Just to get used to his surroundings, to get used to the team, etc., etc. I would do that if I was Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim. But of course, Ruben Amorim is of course got we're going to do things his way. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. And regardless what it is, I actually believe Ruben Amorim is going to make the right choice. Regardless, I think he's going to make the right choice. I think he will make the right choice in regards to Lenny Euro. But I'm very excited to see Lenny Euro coming into that team, to that side, adding a bit of pace, about a bit of a youthful vibe into our defense. Of course, guys, absolutely. Grayo. So you must be very happy seeing how the new subscribers you've attracted over the last 12 months. Only seems like yesterday you were around 3,000, but you've almost doubled that in scope. Grayo, the only people I have to thank is you, mate. The kind of people is you, mate, because you're the person. You're one of the main people who make this possible, mate. You're the one who drives me, who influences me, who inspires me. It's people like you, Grayo, who do it. Not just myself. You know what I mean? It is, you come on this stream, you help me, you back the channel, you've done everything you possibly could in regards to this channel over the last few months, and we're growing. We're not nowhere near where we want to be, of course. I'm in no delusions that we are where we want to be. We want to go to the top because this is our platform at the end of the day. And when this platform does grow and does explode, which I hope it will, we're all going to be here. We're all going to be part of it. It's going to be ours. It's not just going to be mine. It's going to be ours. I guarantee you that. And one thing I'll say, I will never forget anyone. I will never forget anyone. Grayo, of course, a lifetime friend after the way he's backed me. You know what I mean? And just to think, only a couple of months ago, I didn't know who Grayo was. You know what I mean? And that just shows you how this world can work out sometimes and how we are, as human beings. We don't know who we're going to bump into around the corner. We don't know who we're going to meet around the corner. Somewhere we have met all our lives. Suddenly, you know what? We know each other and we have a lot of respect for each other. It's incredible, isn't it, the way things work out? Big up, Stephanie. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up the Chatterboxers, of course. Big up. Good evening from Singapore. I just checked in. Big up, Pearl. How was your day, Pearl? How was your day? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, my friend. Really good to see you. Absolutely. Regarding Xerxes, you should be given time. He's coming to a toxic club, absolutely. Toxic players, a useless manager, and a toxic environment. He's going to shine, trust me. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, bro. Absolutely. Look, you know what? We cannot write a players. I'm not saying he's going to be a success, but I'm not saying he's going to be a failure. One thing we do have to give is a young player some time. And I'm going to keep balanced and I'm going to keep consistent in regards to how I talk about young players. Because at Manchester United, we don't really bring down young players. We don't. You know what? Youth, courage, success over our history, the Busby Babes, etc. We've always had respect for our young players because you know what? A lot can happen when you're young. When you're young, a lot is going through your brain. You're handling a lot of pressure. You're rich, very young. It's not easy for these guys. I know, having a job as a footballer is a fantastic occupation and stuff like that. But it's not as easy, as people think, and the pressure is immense. Going on that pitch at Old Trafford, the pressure is incredible on those players. And you have to understand it's like, 77,000 of people are watching you. You're being doubted by so many people. And it obviously becomes, a problem for a young player. And it can damage a young player's career, of course. Can't wait for next Saturday. Ipswich Club. Absolutely fast forward. Obviously, we got the Republic of Ireland England game tomorrow. I will be doing the watch along, guys. So join me, guys. I know it's going to be difficult, but please join me for the England versus Republic of Ireland game during the night. Where it is a good laugh. It'd be great if you guys can join me for that, of course, guys. That'd be absolutely fantastic if you guys can join me for that, of course. Hi, Jim. I just had a few minutes before the stream started and thought you'd come back, pop my head and just say hello. Big up, love. I hope you're doing well, Jim. You relax, Jim. It's all good, my brother. I hope you have a fantastic evening, my friend. It's good to have you here. It's good to see you anyway, my friend. Absolutely. Sorry, I meant yeah, absolutely. I read it, my friend. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you so much, my friend. Absolutely. Big up, Graham. Big up, Jim. Of course, guys. Absolutely. Stephanie, afternoon, everyone, of course. Big up, everyone, of course. Yes, absolute love in the chat, of course. Now, I want to bring something in real quick, guys, if you don't mind me doing so. I mean, there is something I want to show you guys, and it's real quick. I won't be too long with it. But you know what? There was this image which was sent literally today. And it was this image here. And I'm going to show you guys now. It was this image here, guys. This is Marcus Rashford yesterday enjoying his time off. Of course, I think it was at a basketball game. Enjoying his time off. Now, look, this image has caused a lot of controversy. It's caused a lot of controversy. And personally, I don't agree with it. I really don't agree with it personally. I don't agree with us slandering our players, our young players, right? Our players. He's not young. I wouldn't say he's young, but, I don't agree with it. People are laying on Rashford because of this image of himself enjoying himself. Now, look, you know what? The guy's not at international duty. He has nothing to do. What do you want the guy to do? I want to know this, right? What do you want Marcus Rashford to do? Please tell me. Look, I know what's happening on the football pitch, regardless if the players playing well or the guys players playing badly. At the moment, that's all I care about is what's happening on the pitch. I don't care what he does in his spare time. I really don't. At the end of the day, I don't care if he listens to hard rock music. I don't care if he listens to hip hop. I don't care. you know what? He's not at international duty, so you know what? He's enjoying his life. At the end of the day, what do you want him to do? Sit down and do nothing at the end of the day. I wanted to know you guys' opinions on these kind of things, because these kind of things seem to circulate every time we're on international duty. We see something different in regards to, you know, our players. Oh, he's gone there, he's doing that, he's up there. At the end of the day, I don't mind him doing that when he's not getting any games going on. Obviously, if the problem does arise when there's a game the night before, the day after or something like that, and he's out clubbing in Belfast, that is a completely different situation. But when a guy is like out there living his best life, enjoying himself, fair play to the guy. Have a great time, mate. Enjoy it. See you back at Carrington on the 24th of November, of course, against Ipswich Town. And that is all I care about at the end of the day. I don't care about the little in-betweens and stuff. These guys paid a lot of money. They're going to enjoy their lives. Wouldn't you enjoy your life? Of course, you're going to enjoy your life. We all know that Rashford does train. We know that, you know, he's done training videos. He can't win at the end of the day when we think about it. Because 1 minute, you know, he's doing these silly training videos, you know, to build himself up, PR, blah, blah, blah. The next minute, he's not training hard enough. He should be on the pitch training when he's enjoying himself. So I don't know where we stand with this. The only thing I stand with in regards to Marcus Rashford is that I want him to perform on the football pitch. That's all I care about. If I'm being totally honest with you, I don't care about anything other than that. If I'm being honest, guys, absolutely. Yo. Yeah, 28 likes, guys. Can we get to 40? Come on, guys. Let's move this up. Big up. Of course, looking trashy. Yeah. Hey, Gray, how you doing, mate? I'm doing all right. A bit anxious tonight, but okay. Big up, Jim. Don't worry, mate. We're here for you, brother. Jim's on there. You're anxious, mate. A bit past it soon. Yeah, absolutely. Rashid, let me tell you something that I do, right? What I do nearly all the time. If I'm feeling down, if I'm not feeling great, I always tell myself, I'm in control. I'm in control. Tell your spirit, I'm in control. I am in control of myself. I own you. I am in control of you. Tell yourself you love yourself. Tell yourself, I love you. Even if you I know it sounds crazy. But tell yourself that, even if you say it in your head, say it like that and just, you know what, just get rid of that anxiety. Tell yourself you love you. You're strong. You've been through a lot together. Me and you, the body, everything, the mind, the physical being, the spiritual being. Tell yourself things like that, you know what, you're going to be okay. I'm in charge. You know, we've been through a lot. I love you, this and that. Tell yourself that. Trust me. And trust me, it will work. And tell yourself, we are in control. I'm in control. We're not going to let this affect us. And that's what I would say about that. Absolutely. How are you doing? Great. Absolutely brilliant. So regarding Rashford, what would you like him to do? I'd like him to score a fucking goal. Basically, absolutely. That's all I care about, Gray. I don't care if he goes out in a pink outfit. I know he went close last night to going out in a pink fluffy outfit. It was almost a pink fluffy outfit. But you know what? All I want him to do is score goals on the pitch. You know, I really don't care what he wears, where he goes. I mean, he's gone to a basketball game. I'm not too bothered about that, guys. But, you know, one thing I would say is that, you know, I just wanted to perform on the pitch. Exactly what Grayo says. If he's not performing on the pitch, that's all I care about. If it's things to do with the football pitch and not scoring goals, I'm absolutely all for that. Do you know what I mean? I'm absolutely all for that. But other than that, I don't really care what he does. As long as he's not going out drinking, popping bottles in the club, at midnight, the night before the game, I don't really care, to be honest. And that was the problem, obviously, with the Belfast situation, etc., of course, guys. Now, Olympique Lyonnais, the French club, are close to being relegated because they have broken financial rules and they have not got the monies at the end of the day. Look, you know what? It could be worse. That's what I'm telling you. It could be worse. But this news has alerted Manchester United in regards to some of their players. Man United could be fishing around like a little bit like vultures, going in there to get some of those players from the Olympique Lyonnais. They could be doing that. Manchester United could be looking at a few of those players to add to the Manchester United squad. The Olympique Lyonnais have a fantastic conveyor belt of youth players that coming through. They have a great team, of course, but they may be getting relegated because of finance, which is a shame. A huge club like Olympique Lyonnais, probably the most successful French club, I'd say, in the last 20 years. I would say that kind of, you know what I mean, along with PSG. I mean, they are a fantastic club, of course, guys. But one thing I would say is that Manchester United could explore possibilities of bringing a couple of Olympique Lyonnais players to the club should Olympique Lyonnais get relegated to League 2. Absolutely. So, you know what? Keep an eye out for that one. The fact that Olympique Lyonnais might be getting relegated because of financial fair play. Keep an eye on that one. We don't know what's going to happen. But you know what? This brings me into the situation. It brings me into the subject of Manchester City. So at the end of the day, look, Olympique Lyon are getting relegated to division, and they'd have nowhere near 115 charges. You know what I mean? How much are we going to get for this 115 charges? How much are Man United going to get? You know what I mean? Billions and billions and billions and billions. That's what we're going to get, because you know what? We should be suing their ass, absolutely, and getting them out here. Big up, Luke. Ugarte, got last guy's going to get you go to Colombia last night. Absolutely, Ugarte's on fire, Pearl. He's on fire. Absolutely chuffed for Ugarte, of course. Absolutely going to be a brilliant signing for Manchester United. Don't get it twisted. He will be a brilliant signing for Manchester United, guys. I really do feel that. You know what? He needed time, as every player does. He's a young player as well. People don't realize he's 23. You know what I mean? He's a young player as well. We need to give these players time. But you know what? But I guarantee you, Ugarte is going to be a very, very important signing for Manchester United. I'm so certain of that. I'm so excited about Ugarte going forward, you know, and he's starting to put in those performances. The other day, right, against Leicester City, he made more tackles than any other Manchester United player since data was formed 25 years ago. So that tells you a lot. Look at the players that he has come up against there. Look at the players. And you know what? If that doesn't show potential, if that doesn't show, you know what, he's a class player, I don't know what will at the end of the day. Big up, Rasta. How you doing, my friend? I'm good. How you doing, Rasta? Big up. Kazi, man, cheaters will next, fam. Absolutely. They're next, mate. They got to get their canapums. Absolutely, bruv. And Bruno Fernandes did well. But, I mean, Bruno Fernandes always does well for Portugal, Pearl. Absolutely. You know what? But you know what? It's great times, isn't it? Everyone's performing well. You know, I mean, I wonder why. But you know what? One thing I would say is that Bruno Fernandes has always performed well for Portugal over the years, especially in qualifiers for World Cups and European Championships. He's always played well for Portugal. It's the Man United thing that, you know, I would really want to see him get, you know, he had a great game last game, but I want to see him get back to where his levels are, which we believe he can be. We know he can be at that level. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would say about that. You know, Ronaldo, again, with a fantastic goal, scissor kick, 40-odd years old, guys. Come on. If he is not the GOAT, I don't know who is. He is the GOAT, mate. I'm not talking about Lionel Messi and his fanboys and Messi FC and, you know what, the rigged World Cup and, you know, and basically performing for Barcelona, and that's about it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the real GOAT, which is Cristiano Ronaldo. That guy is just non-stop machine. At the end of the day, you cannot stop that guy. Scissor kick, 40 years old. My goodness me, absolute GOAT, mate. I don't care what everyone says if you're a Messi fan, but I don't believe he is Messi. I don't believe he is. It is Ronaldo's. He heaps above him, of course, guys. Heaps. A lot of people don't like Ineos is doing a lot of cost cutting. It is very smart, because when FFP come knocking Baker to show the paper, this is what, yeah, exactly, Rasta. This is what do people expect Ineos to do? At the end of the day, what do they want them to do? They have to satisfy FFP, of course. You know what I mean? They have to satisfy this. Personally, I think FFP is just a farce. I do believe that. I mean, especially what's going on with Man City at the moment. Personally, I just think it's, you know, it's a load of rubbish. But obviously, Ineos have to do what they have to do in regards to cost cutting. And you know what? I don't mind them doing that. I know that a lot of people are suffering, and I feel sorry for the people who have lost their jobs. You know what? It is sad. It is sad, because a lot of those people have mortgages. A lot of people have kids. It's not a good thing, right? But at the end of the day, this is the nature of the beast. This is the business that we are in. And it is, at the end of the day, Manchester United are a business, and Manchester United do need to cut cost cuts. People forget, Man United do have a number of players that we still owe money from. You know, old transfers. We still owe money from old transfers from years ago. You know what I mean? So this is what we have to remember as well. I don't care about players doing anything off the pitch. I don't mind, as long as it's not going to affect their performance on the pitch. For example, I don't mind. I mean, if it is 24 hours before a game and he's out clubbing, drinking, that is a problem. But if it's when he's not doing anything, you know what, England are playing, he's not in the England squad, then, you know, it has nothing to do with me. Enjoy yourself, bruv. And that's what I would say to him, of course. Your football jersey of 2024, name 5 at least. Man United, all Man United's jerseys. And it's unfortunately that I'm not putting money into the Glazers' pocket, but Man United jerseys are the best jerseys. I mean, if I was to say Man United, the white Man United kit, the blue Man United kit, brilliant, lovely kit. I mean, I just love Man United shirts. That's all I love at the end of the day, absolutely. Sorry, guys. Sal, how confident are you believe a Man City will get charged on 50 yards that you don't know? I don't know, mate. Honestly, Jim, one thing I do know is that this Premier League need to get together and form an alliance to get rid of Manchester City and get them the punishment that they deserve. you know, one thing I hope is that the Premier League do unite. I know there's a couple of teams there, i.e. Chelsea and Everton, teams like that, who are back in Manchester City. But you know what? If the rest of the teams, the Liverpools, the Arsenals, the Man Uniteds, get together, you know, then we are a powerful unit, and we have to make sure that they get the punishment that they deserve, of course. I really do. But we'll have to wait and see. Well, that means Ugarte beat Vidic, so unlikely, but it is what it is. Absolutely. Big up. No, yeah, he beat Vidic. He's the man. He's the man. He's going to be a star, mate. Trust me. So would you consider a Straight for Post Facebook channel? I'm friends with you and Kazi, and I'm thinking we should track more subscribers. Just for I've got one, Gray. I've got one. It's very hard to do Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Is very hard, and added on top what I do already, and plus I have to do short videos. I have to do videos on here, thumbnails. It is difficult, Grayo. You can imagine. You know, it gets difficult to handle everything. That's why even Mark Goldbridge, United Stand, doesn't really have a Facebook group and stuff like that. I do have a Facebook group, however. I do have a Facebook group, but I just don't put so much time into it. Do you know what I mean? Although, you know what, if you guys could do something, if you guys add you as an administrator of the group, you can do what you like. Absolutely. You can, you know what, promote it and stuff like that. Feel free to cut my videos, you know, stuff like that all day long. You know what I mean? And I'll support you guys. Absolutely. CR7 is the GOAT, Kazi. He is the GOAT. I don't want anyone to say Messi. Messi is, we know why Messi is named as the GOAT. We all know why, don't we? We all know why. Absolutely. What we need right now is the Portugal's Bruno to turn up and play for Portugal way into the Man United. Absolutely, Jim. Exactly what I've been saying, my friend. Absolutely. You know what? I mean, I personally don't care what he does for Portugal, you know, as long as he does it for Man United. And I think we're all on the same page here, isn't it? You know, as long as you do it for Man United, I think we've got the theme here, haven't we? Do it on the pitch of Man United. I don't really care if you do it for Portugal. I know that he does it a lot for Portugal. I know that he's very good for Portugal. But one thing that does do, if I bring it into a positive, half glass, half full, is that basically he's got the capability of doing that, hasn't he? And you know what? We hope he can do it under Ruben Amorim. I'm really excited to see Ruben Amorim and Bruno working together, of course, because you know what? They know each other. You know, it's not just the Portuguese connection. There's a number of other things included. They know each other well, of course. Big up, big up, big up. How you doing, Rahil? How you doing? Amorim's interview was fire. It was lit, Rahil. Absolute lit, absolute cooking. He was brilliant. You know what? And you know what? It just gets you in the mood, doesn't it? It just got me in the mood when I was watching that interview. I just felt like, yeah, Ruben Amorim's red and white army. Do you know what I mean? I was like, that. I was excited. You know, and I just felt like, come on, we're gonna play. And then I think, oh God, we got international break on Sunday. What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? What another bloody how long? 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks until the next game, of course, guys. 1 week. We got 1 week. 11 days until the next game, guys. And you know, I can't 10 days, whatever. Couldn't make mass. And yeah, at the end of the day, and I just want us to play. We got England tomorrow. I will be doing a watch along for England, Republic of Ireland. I might as well finish off the clean sleep. Basically, yeah, it will be clean sleep at the end of it. It will be definitely be clean sleep because it's boring. But you know what? England against Republic of Ireland tomorrow. I'll be watching that, of course, guys. You know what? It is kind of like a derby. It is like a traditional game, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Rahil. Doing well, mate. What about you? I'm absolutely fine, man. It's good to see you here, my brother. I hope you're doing well, Rahil. I hope you're good. And you know what? We bring on 24th of November. That is what it's all about. It's all about the 24th of November, guys. That's all I care about at the end of the day. You know, Man United. And I'm just looking forward to that. I feel like all fidgety. And you know what? Just trying to settle myself down because I'm looking forward to that game. Anyone who has a ticket for that game, you know what? You are lucky. Well played. You're lucky because that is going to be, you know what, a killer game, absolute killer game, of course. So I don't understand why Everton back Man City. That's a bit strange. It's a little bit strange. It's a little bit strange. But one thing is that the Blue Bloods, I call them the blue teams. They're the blue teams. Chelsea, Everton, City, they all get together. It's some strange reason they all get together. But one thing, the reason they're doing it, but this is why Everton are such a rubbish club. And I'll tell you why. Is because they feel that the Red Army, basically Liverpool, Man United and Arsenal, three teams that have built the Premier League into what it is without cheating, right? Three teams, right, have built the team. They feel that we have too much power. But why do Liverpool, Man United and Arsenal have so much power? I hear you scream. It's because we were successful when we built ourselves organically. We weren't given our success. And whilst we were building ourselves organically, we improved the Premier League. As we know, in 1992-93, the Premier League was in the dump. The Premier League obviously were banned from Europe for 8 years, thanks to obviously what happened with Liverpool and stuff like that. But Man United put the league back on the map. And this is the problem with these teams like Everton and Chelsea and Man City. They're feeding off what our success was, you know, and that's what they do. They feed off it, but they don't give the credit for it. They don't want to. I would love to see the Premier League without an Arsenal, Man United, and Liverpool. I would love to see that. Let's see Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool leave the Premier League. Let's see how far the Premier League goes. I guarantee you, mate, the Premier League will be in administration in a year. The Premier League will be in administration because Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal will leave, and they would have nothing. Nothing to talk about, no revenue coming in. Man United make up bloody how much percentage of the world population in regards to fans and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I know, you know what, they won't recognize that because they're too stubborn, they're too arrogant. At the end of the day, Man City, look, if you really think you're a fantastic, big, massive club, let's leave the Premier League, Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal, and let's see how you do on your own holding up the Premier League like Man United did for 25 years, my friend. Absolutely. Big up, Kazi. Big up. He comes across as very intelligent and knows what he's talking about. He has the aura like Jose and Mason. Yeah, absolutely. He has like a young aura, isn't it? It's like a young Jose Mourinho, for being honest. I mean, do you remember when Jose Mourinho just first came into football? Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. We had Sir Alex Ferguson at the time, so we were okay. But one thing I did say at the time, especially 2004, 2005, is that, God, if Alex Ferguson wasn't the manager, I want Jose Mourinho as the manager. He's got the clock. He's just got that aura about him. And I kind of feel this about Ruben Amorim. He's just one of them guys you cannot dislike. But then I look at some of those players that we have in the squad at the moment. And you know what? If some of those players fall out with Ruben Amorim, we know 100% wrapped in a bow, signed, sealed, delivered, cherry icing on the cake, that those players are the problem. You know, and I've always believed that. We know that they are. Ruben Amorim is a fantastic character. He's the best young manager in Europe. I would say that 100% without even hesitating. I don't know anyone who is better than Ruben Amorim. Tactically, personality-wise, everything as a package. I don't think anyone is better than him as a young manager, in my opinion. And there's a lot to be excited about, lots to be enthusiastic about. We're moving forward with a good manager. You know what? It's exciting, guys. Absolutely. Rahil, it's 8 days. We played. Yeah, 8 days. Thank you, Rahil, for the mathematics. Thank you very much, mate. Sunday the 24th, a day before my birthday. Don't forget, a day before my birthday, guys. I'll be doing the all-day watch-along, guys. I'll be here all day on my birthday, doing numerous tasks and things like that. It's going to be fun, guys. Make sure you join me for it. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to survive it, but I'm going to try my best. Absolutely, absolutely. For you guys, absolutely. 8-letter Amorim's first away game, absolutely. Yep. The Battle for Britain, Sal, that must be exciting. Jim, it's Republic of Ireland is not Britain. Just to let you know, they'll absolutely slaughter me if I call Republic of Ireland Britain. Northern Ireland is Britain. Republic of Ireland is the British Isles, but it's not Britain, unfortunately. Absolutely. Sorry, Sam, I say Ireland. Yeah, there you go. You corrected yourself. Absolutely. Big up, Jim. Big up, Jim. Absolute legend, of course. I mean, they basically are, aren't they? If we're being honest with ourselves, aren't they? Speak English and stuff like that, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sal, if Ruben Amorim was not our coach, would you ever consider taking back Mourinho? I personally love Mourinho, but I don't think he's the same guy anymore, Jim. I think that ship sailed a long time ago. One thing about Jose Mourinho these days, I heard a story about Mourinho, how he's coming across incredibly fake. I heard a lot of people talking from Roma and things that what he does in the first 3 years, he sort of puts on this persona that, you know what, he's your best friend, he loves you and stuff like that, and he's going to be there for you and stuff. But he does that with all the players, and the players tend to sense an air of fakeness about it. And it sort of wears off after 3 years, which is why it doesn't work out for him in a 3-year period. Sir Alex Ferguson was different. Of course, Sir Alex Ferguson done everything naturally. He was naturally like that, and he naturally adjusted to people's personalities and things like that, you know. But you know what? One thing I would say about Jose Mourinho, I felt like when we sacked him, you know what? We can't blame him because at the end of the day, we're run by the Glazers. And Murto and Arnold and Woodward and all those clowns there. You know, when Jose Mourinho came second in the league, that's when we needed to really pump it and back him. But we didn't back him at the end of the day. And we move on from that, unfortunately. I wouldn't take him back at Man United. I'm never a firm believer in going back at anything. Especially Jose Mourinho now, he's just not that guy anymore. Honestly, he's not that guy anymore. And you know, I wouldn't like him going back. If we didn't have Ruben Amorim, I would prefer someone like an Nagelsmann, obviously, someone on that caliber and stuff. Even an Emery or something, rather than Jose at this time. Absolutely. Naga, absolutely, Kazi. I'm gonna do it, my bruv. I'm gonna do it. Absolutely. You don't know, mate. I would eat it with joy, mate. I would eat it with joy. Absolutely. It'd be an absolute pleasure to do that, my friend. Absolute pleasure to do that. Absolutely. Now I was today I was like looking through everything. I was looking at the boxing match between obviously Tyson and obviously Jake Paul and stuff like that. And you know what, the rigged nature of boxing. I just hope that sort of mentality doesn't creep into football, if you know what I mean. I just hope it doesn't, because even though I do think there's certain parts of football that I question, like I do think there's a sinister side of football. I really do. That I think there is a lot of problems in football that, are hidden underneath the carpet, swept underneath the bench, whatever it is. And do you know what? I just hope that what I saw in regards to Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, it doesn't ever happen. One thing I never wanted to see is Mike Tyson ruining his legacy, and at the end of the day. And one thing I wanted to see, I didn't want to see that. I don't know if Mike Tyson needs the money. I don't know what's going on with Mike Tyson. I know he's been sued to Kingdom Come over his last 40 years of boxing, whatever it's been. You know what I mean? I know that he has been sued, all these assaults charges and stuff like that. I never thought that he would need the money, of course, guys. So, I don't know. I always felt that Mike Tyson boxing a 28-year-old, however old Jake Paul is not the wise idea, because obviously Mike Tyson will be good up until a point. First 2-3 rounds, he'll be good, but obviously he's going to tire. It's natural at the end of the day. You cannot make miracles at the end of the day, 58. You know what I mean? You can't make miracles. But you know what? I was disappointed in that fight. And I don't know how you guys feel about that fight, but I was a little bit disappointed about that, guys. Absolutely. With joy, we'll see. With joy, Kazi. Don't worry about me. I'll be eating it with joy. Absolutely. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind, Kazi. It's all in the mind. It's not going to, you know what? In the mind. In the mind, of course. Jim, fair point, Sal. Just thought to throw out. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say, I think it's the worst choice in the world. You know what I mean? But I'm a firm believer, unless your name is Paul Scholes, I don't believe in coming back. You know what I mean? But yeah, at the end of the day, Jose is a legend. He will remain a legend, of course. Grew up with the guy, obviously, you know what I mean? He's always going to be a legend, of course, guys. So, that's something to be, look at in the future and say what a great manager Jose Mourinho was. Because when we look at managers these days, and you know what, there's a few and far between these days. This is why I'm so excited to get Ruben Amorim, because great managers these days are few and far between. We don't really get many of those personalities anymore. They're very boring. They're very stale. They don't really excite you and stuff when they talk. But you know what Ruben Amorim does with me? It does. You know what? When you look at Ruben Amorim, it's the kind of guy that you say, yeah, I want him as my manager. I want to listen to that guy. He speaks a lot of truth. He's that sort of person, isn't he? You know what I mean? And you know what? I feel happy. I feel delighted. I have to praise, obviously, Ineos for getting Ruben Amorim through the door. Of course, it cost us a lot of money, didn't it? It cost us over 25 million to get Ruben Amorim in. Of course, that includes sacking Erik ten Hag, etc., etc., etc. But to get him this early in the season and to get him, it is great news, of course, guys. Absolutely great news. And then we're hearing about the transfer news. Today, I was hearing about Franco Matantuano, the River Plate, of course, Argentinian youngster who could be coming to Man United. I'm hearing about Loran from Brazil, Flamengo, who could be coming to Manchester United. We've already got Obi Martin. We've already got Kone as well. There's lots of things to be positive about Manchester United going forward in the future, of course. But I know when we play Ipswich Town, we're going to get back to reality, right? There will be a reality strike on us. I know there will be. But one thing we have to do, we have to realize that, you know what, this is going to take a little bit of time. We're going to change the formation. We're probably going to change the way we play, the players that play. We're going to change a lot of things, of course, guys. That's one thing I would say. And I don't want anyone turning on the manager and stuff like that straight away, saying, oh, this guy should have played, this guy should have played. Because at the end of the day, we trust the new manager and we have to back the new manager, of course. Lots and lots of water, bruv, and a bog is needed near you. Absolute to use. Yeah, look, I'm going to have lots of these, Kazi. Absolutely. Lots of them. I'm going to have, of course, guys, lots of water. And you know what, Kazi? I'll happily do it. I told you I'm going to be happily doing it, my friend. Absolutely. I'll be doing it. Doing it large. Sal, if you're fighting against a youngster, that's not fair on the young boxer to fight Tyson. I kind of feel bad, get bad about Tyson, that he is too arrogant, Sal, if any thoughts. I think Tyson is... foolish for taking that fight. But at the same time, he said something which resonated with me. It kind of made me think, oh, well, that's why he's doing it. He spoke about his kids. He spoke about his family. And he said that in regards to his kids, they don't really know who Mike Tyson is, really, as the superstar boxer that he was. But he said that, you know, he wants to show that he's a somebody, right? I, for the life of me, don't think that Jake Paul will walk into that fight, right, and lose the fight. I don't think it is, because obviously Jake Paul's the darling of social media and stuff like that. They don't want Jake Paul's boxing career to be in the mud. Personally, I think it was fixed. I'll be honest with you. I'll be totally honest with you. I think it was a fix, if I'm being fair. I mean, it is fair because I actually believe it. There was actually a leaked script of the fight. I don't know how true it is, but I've seen the script. There is an actual leaked script of the fight, which is, you know, unbelievable if it is found to be fake. But people should know this anyway. I mean, I spoke to Mark Goldbridge yesterday, and I asked him, Mark, are you doing the watch-along for the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? He goes, absolutely no way. And I know why. Because, you know, we have to question the legitimacy of the fight. You know, we have to question the morality of the fight. Personally, you know, Mike Tyson, if it was a real fight, a street fight, you know, who's going to win? Mike Tyson will win that hands down. We know that. Do you know what I mean? Mike Tyson's actually an animal. But those who know Mike Tyson, those who were raised in the 80s and the 90s, who know what Mike Tyson is. Mike Tyson is an absolute animal in his heyday. When he was Jake Paul's age, no one wanted to go into the ring with Mike Tyson. I mean, there were people like scared. You know what I mean? I never forget when, you know, people like Frank Bruno walked into the ring with Mike Tyson, of course. Do you know what I mean? Those type of fights, you know. And obviously the ear biting episode and stuff like that as well. You know, those days. Big up, Kazi. Big up, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Absolutely. Big up, everyone, of course, who's joined me today. And guys, didn't you see me earlier? I was in Sadia again. I just come back actually from Kaya Beach. I urge people, if they ever come to Abu Dhabi, go and see Kaya Beach, go and see Sadia, these places. I know a lot of people think of Abu Dhabi, they just think of Yaz. Yaz is for the kids. Yaz is for like roller coaster rides, or you want to do shopping in the mall and stuff like that. Yaz is beautiful, no doubt. But when you go to Sadia and you go to Kaya Beach and things like that, those areas, you realize what beautiful areas these are. Seoul Beach, Kaya Beach, all these places, absolutely beautiful. And I'm talking about absolutely. So I did my stream over there today. So thank you, everyone who did join me for that stream. Of course, it was all over the place. It's a bit hard, you know what I mean, doing streams, you know what I mean, in a cafe outside and stuff like that, you know, and doing all this business and stuff. It's hard, it's difficult, but you know what? I needed to go live. I have to go live every single day to bring you that latest news, of course, guys. That is what's most important to me, and seeing you guys, of course, guys. Absolutely. Naga, Chili Chime, absolutely. If I can get hold of it, Kazi, if I can get hold of it, of course, I need to get it first. I need to see if I can find it. If I can find it over here, then I'll get it. If not, then I have to think of something else, of course. With joy, absolutely. Fair point, Sal. Just thought to throw it out there. I would not. Absolutely, my friend. Lots of work. Yeah, I think I read that one as well. Tyson hit a bit Holyfield. Yeah, he bit his ear off. Tyson was an absolute nutter. He actually was scary. When Tyson was a boxer, in his early days in particular, Mike Tyson was a scary character. He was a scary guy. I mean, Jake Paul wouldn't get near him. If Mike Tyson was, let's say Mike Tyson was 28 and Jake Paul was 58. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Call the ambulance. Absolutely. It'll be like that, of course. Of course. Absolutely. So 58, you'll find it. Yeah, I think I read that one. Big up. Tyson fought Ali. Tyson fought Ali. Did he? Did Tyson fight? I don't think Tyson fought Muhammad Ali. Did he? Let me have a look. Did Mike Tyson? It's way out for me to face fight Muhammad Ali. No, he didn't. He didn't. Mate, he didn't fight Ali. Come on, mate. Ali's a much older guy, mate, than Mike Tyson. He never fought Mike Tyson. Muhammad Ali never fought Mike Tyson, guys. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There were way different age generations, my friend. Different age generations. Absolutely. Didn't happen. So that is so evil that they bit someone's ear. Mike Tyson should be doing stuff like that. Absolutely not. It's unsportsmanlike. Of course, Evander Holyfield is a great fighter, of course, guys. Absolutely a great fighter. But you know what? Mike Tyson was not a normal character, was he? He was raised in the street. He's different, isn't it? He's an animal. and that's what we would say, in regards to that. He has calmed down a lot over the years, of course. I do love him on Hangover. I think he's hilarious. I think he's, but when we're young, he had a lot going on in his life. And then I don't know, there's no excuse for doing silliness like that. But, one thing about him, he was an animal. He was a street fighter. He came from the street. And you know what? He did things streetwise. Unfortunately, you can take the person out the street, but you can take someone away from the street, but you can't take the person away from the street. And that's one thing I would say, of course. Of course, absolutely. No, not at all. Absolutely. They're two age differences. I thought there might have been a charity fight somewhere like that, but you know what? There was no fight. Absolutely not. No way, mate. Muhammad Ali all day. My greatest of all time, if I'm being totally honest with you. Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time, in my opinion, because the way Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time is because what he stood for. Exactly what he stood for, of course, guys. But you know what? Let's bring it back to Manchester United. We got look, literally 24th of November, day before my birthday, is the fight. Is the fight? Oh goodness me, hoping it's not a fight. Is the game against Ipswich Town. Now this could go two ways. It could be absolutely an easy win for Man United, or they're going to make it difficult for us. I don't think we'll lose the game. I mean, touch wood, I don't think we'll lose the game. I do think we're actually going to win the game, guys, if I'm being honest, quite easily. But you know what? If we don't, we might draw the game. I just don't want us to overreact. I don't want us to start throwing our rattles at the pram and stuff like that, in regards to that. We're going to have to beat back this manager. If you watch his interview yesterday, he said something as such similar to that. He's got a job in his hand. And one thing I did like, which stuck out for me yesterday in the interview, the thing that stuck out the most. He basically said yesterday, the thing that stuck out most for me yesterday, he basically said this. He said, look at me, I'm happy, I'm smiling, I'm enthusiastic, but when it gets to match day, I'm different. So all those happy, lucky things you're seeing, the shaking of hands, the smiling, the laughing, the silent assassin. That's what I said, the silent assassin. I said that yesterday. Yeah, I said that the day before. He is the silent assassin. And those players are not going to get away with subpar performances, guys. They're not going to get away with it. Absolutely not, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely not. Ali was fast. His shots were brutal. Ali was different level, man. Different level. Muhammad Ali, what he fought for as well. Absolute legend, guys. What he did, absolutely. Especially what happened with the situation with, obviously, Vietnam and things like that. What he stood for, which is an absolute brilliant human being, of course, guys. R.I.P. Muhammad Ali. Of course. Good afternoon, Lucky Singh. How you doing? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. So, personally, in my opinion, I hate boxing because of the hitting on the head. Not my thing, but I respect people who love the boxing and golf. Golf puts me to sleep. Absolutely. I was speaking about golf today, funny enough, Jim. I was speaking about golf. Went past a golf course today. I saw these buggies, right? You know what I mean? These buggies. And you know what? I was thinking, you know what? I've never played golf, guys, just to let you know. Unless it was crazy golf. I've never played golf, but I did have the urge to play golf today. You know what? You have that urge sometimes. I want to play golf. But when you start playing golf, it's boring. But I still haven't played golf ever in my life, of course, guys. All for the football team. Absolutely. Big up, big up, big up. Lucky Singh. Cappuccino. Absolutely. You know what? I didn't have a cappuccino today. I had a latte with an orange juice, guys. Absolutely. But you know what? I don't eat until 12 p.m., of course, guys. But you know what? Did like my latte. An absolutely beautiful spot inside here today. Talking about football with you guys. I'm starting to get a name for myself over there in that little cafe there. I really am. Unfortunately, you can't see the beach because they're revamping it. They're building new changing rooms and stuff like that, which is fantastic, of course. A bit like Man United, a bit like, we'd be revamping Old Trafford. Well, not Old Trafford. We'd be moving away from Old Trafford and getting a new football ground, of course. Can't wait till that happens. Of course, I'm getting a little bit old now. Hope it hurries up. The bulldozers ain't even out yet. It could be delayed a year as well. Talking about delayed, Ruben Amram's visa is still delayed. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get the visa by Monday. It is very, very important that he gets to work and we start getting the team together and start, training together and stuff like that. The players that are available, of course, guys. So by Tuesday, Wednesday, the majority of those players should be available. England play on Sunday, and that'll be the last game for England. But there are many other players who'll be playing during the midweek, so it is an issue. It is very selfish of the FIFA to be playing, or UEFA, whoever's organising these games. I mean, I think it is FIFA who are organising these games to have these games because you know what? There is too much football at the moment. And as we saw from the other night in regards to England against Greece, no one really, really cares about the Nations League. And you know what? I just hope that all those players come back and all those players are fit and we have a fit squad to choose from. I'm always worried when England, when international football is on, because you know what, a lot of these players, they travel all around the world, you know what I mean, and they get injuries and stuff like that, jet lag and stuff like that. I'm always worried that, especially now that we have Ruben Amorim, because I want Ruben Amorim to have the best chance possible against Ipswich Town. I don't want any square pegs in round holes, any shoehorning players into certain positions. I don't want that. I want him to have a full squad to choose from. And I was kind of looking excited. I know it seemed a bit of a coincidence that we have our full team available since we got a new manager. But one thing I would say is that I don't want a depleted squad. I was actually looking forward to seeing the full squad available. I was actually looking forward to that and seeing that. So hopefully nothing happens in the way of injury. Nothing happens from now until next week, the 24th of November against Ipswich Town. Nothing happens between now and then. I want to watch that game. I can't wait to do the watch along, guys. I really wish I was there. You know, it's a type of game I would love to be at. Portman Road, of course, guys. Ipswich Town, of course. It's been a long time since we played Ipswich Town, since the 90s. Of course, you all remember Chris Kawamia and players like that. They've given us problems in the past at their ground. Yes, they have. They have a couple of times. They've beaten us, of course, as we all remember. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but they have beaten us at Portman Road all those many moons ago, of course. Ipswich Town are a legendary club when it comes to Europe. They actually have a better pedigree in Europe than Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, they have won European trophies under the great Bobby Robson, of course. Let's not forget that. So, you know what? Ipswich Town have a lot of history, and we have to make sure that, you know what, that is where it stays, history. We don't want them to make any history against Man United. Now, I'm going to stick my neck out for this game, and I'm going to give my prediction in a you know what, when I do the match preview. You know, I do believe Man United will win the game handsomely. I do. But I'm going to have a look at things. I'm going to wait till the international break is over, and then I'm going to make my decision on what I feel the score would be. Of course, Jim. Yeah, I think I read that one. Big up, Jim. Awful. Absolutely, absolutely. Jim, thank goodness, Sal, that the Dross Boring Nations League is finished up this week. I mean, it has no bearing on what international football as well. You know, you don't qualify for your big championships. You don't qualify for the World Cup. It doesn't give you anything special. It doesn't help you. Nothing. It doesn't do anything. At the end of the day, you know, it's just a pointless tournament that for money. You know, and I don't want to know why they're doing that to risk injury. I really don't know why they would do that. Absolutely. Big up, Pios. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you back, you legend. Hope you're doing well. Where are you these days? I'm still in Abu Dhabi, my friend. Absolutely. Good to see you, Pios. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, brother. And I hope everything is good with you. And you had a fantastic Saturday. Of course, I know that Premier League football is not on, of course, guys. What's the time right now? 6:48. Let me check my local team. I always check my local team's scoreline. And Kazi will know them, Leyton Orient. I always take my local scoreline because, you know what, I work for them. But yeah, like, at the end of the day, no international football, of course, guys. Absolutely, no, it's not kicked off yet. Oh, it's been postponed. It's been postponed. Is it cold in England, guys? Is it cold? Is it raining a little bit? Is it a little bit chilly willy? Is it a little bit cold? Absolutely. Big up. Absolutely. How you doing, George Best? 1007. How you doing, my friend? The greatest number 7 in all time, some may say, of course. Good morning, George Best. How you doing, my friend? Let me tell you a story about George Best, right? It was about 1995. Leyton Orient, which was my local football team at the time, they were playing a celebrity football match. George Best walked onto the football pitch. He was meant to be playing, but he just came on. He didn't play in the end. He just came on the pitch before the game in his leather jacket, shook his hand. Georgie Best. That's it. R.I.P. Georgie Best. On the same game, I got a pen from Jeremy Beadle. If you know what Jeremy Beadle is, watch out. Beadle's about, yeah. God rest his soul, both of their souls, of course. George Best is everything that typified what a Manchester United player is. Where we come from, when you talk about legacy, when you talk about where does this idea of Manchester United are a skillful side, a classy side, a team that plays the right way, you look at George Best. George Best's career, half of it, 3/4 of it was not on camera, guys. It was not even on camera. So when we think about how, and even now we think George Best is the greatest. Some people think he's the greatest of all time. Do you know what I mean? And half of his highlights are not even on camera. That shows what a great player he is. You know what? I just wish I saw him play football, you know, live. That would have been fantastic. I've seen great players, obviously, in my time. You know, some of the greatest players of all time. I mean, I've seen Messi, I've seen Ronaldo, I've seen Kaká, I've seen Maldini, I've seen Roberto Carlos, Raúl, Morientes. I've seen a lot of great players in my time. Cantona, of course. Great players. But you know what? Those players there, you know, Georgie Best, you know, Bobby Charlton, I would have loved to have been at a football ground to see those players play, in my opinion. I would have loved that. It would have been absolutely beautiful to see that. Of course. Your skin got early. No, it's just shiny, mate. It's just shiny. It's just a light on my face, mate. I've got a light in front of me, a big light. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely got a light in front of me. Absolutely. It's nice and dry, mate. Nice and healthy. Nice and vitamin D, guys. Absolutely. Love the vitamin D. Absolutely. Very cold, Sal. I know it is, mate. Sorry, mate. I wish I could bring some of that heat. Just turn it up a little notch for you guys. But you know what? I do miss the cold somewhat. I do. I've been here for 2.5 years. I've been here for 2.5 years. I do miss the cold somewhat, if I'm being honest. I was about to tell you where I'm from. Absolutely. Where are you from, Pios, by the way? You never told me. So in Australia, we had Australian legend football Johnny Warren, who passed away 20 years ago, who led Australia to their first World Cup in 1974. He fought so hard for the RIP. Obviously, I know about Johnny Warren. Big up Johnny Warren, of course. Absolute legend of Australian football, Aussie rules football, not Aussie rules football, but obviously the Kangaroos, of course, guys. Absolute legends, of course, guys. Absolutely. He promoted football to prove it in Australia passionately. He was also a football commentator in Heart of Wisdom. He was loved by the Australian football team, of course. Yeah, absolute legend, guys. Absolute legend. Yeah, absolutely. Big up, obviously, Mr. Warren, of course. Real, what you've done for, obviously, Australian football and stuff like that. So, haven't you visited UK for 2 years? No, I visited Italy, my friend. I visited Italy 3 times. I haven't visited England yet, although I'm scheduled to go, my friend. Yeah, I visited Italy with my wife and see the in-laws 3 times. So I haven't been to England yet, back since 2022 when I left. Yeah, so yeah, I will be going back there. I have to see my mum and dad, of course. My granddad passed away, of course. God rest his soul and stuff like that. So you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go there, of course. And well, I will go there, of course. And obviously, it is my, what happened to me this last few weeks. I mean, it's a testament that I'm still online bringing the content, of course, guys. But you know what? I've been here every single day, and I will not stop. There's no excuses, guys. I don't stop moving at the end of the day, and I keep it going. Whether you're in pain or not, you know what I mean? This is the way you do things. You know what? The best thing to do is just to move on and just to keep going, keep striving. And that's what you do, guys. Absolutely. Lucky Singh. Next week, Harry Amass fit for next week. I'm not sure about Harry Maguire. I mean, you know what? I mean, I don't know if he will play, but you know what? It's a possibility, though, because he is playing 3 at the back. We're going to have to wait and see. Lenny Euro is fit, so I don't think he'll be starting that game, though. He's going to have to play a couple of under-21 games. And I do think that he's going to have to be drifted into the team slowly but surely. If we're being honest, we don't want him to be thrown into that team and get another injury, of course, guys. Excuse me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm just looking forward to that. I'm doing a watch-along tomorrow for England versus Republic of Ireland, of course. That should be a decent game, to be honest with you. England against Republic of Ireland, obviously, the rivalry there, etc., etc., etc. It should be a decent game. You know what? I'll do that watch-along and we'll see how it goes. You know what? I've always liked to watch football. If there's no football on, I want to watch football. I want to see what's going on with football. And that's why I do the watch-alongs for that. If there's a League One championship game on today, you know what? I will watch that as well. The other day, I was watching a Saudi Arabian game. I watched the Australia versus Saudi Arabia game as well. It was 0-0 though, for goodness sake. I watched that game as well. Watched a couple of games. Watched Qatar the other day. I just watch football. When there's no football on, I just catch up whatever football there is that is on, and you know what? I try my best to watch it because it's boring without football, isn't it? It's boring without football, guys. Absolutely, guys. Literally, I'm 100 away, something like that, away from 5,000 subscribers. Right? Yes, I've doubled my subscribers thanks to you guys. Over since around June time, I've doubled it. And I'm absolutely proud of every one of you. I mean, I'm happy. I'm not where I want to be. Obviously, I want to get higher and higher and higher, and to get to an element of respect, of course, right? But the most important thing I've always believed in life is not about the quantity; it's about the quality. And I feel that I have the best community right now that in football, in football fan channel hemisphere in regards to that. And I'm absolutely overwhelmed and emotional about the way that you people have supported me. You guys have supported me all the way through. And some of you have been here since the watch-alongs and in the European Championships. Some of you have been here since I was in Italy doing the live transfer news and stuff like that. Some of you have been here since then. But there was great plans for this channel. We've got some fantastic guests coming on, and I'm going to get you all involved in those guests, of course, and you can ask them questions and stuff like that. And believe me, I'm going to have some fantastic guests coming on the channel. And the people who have been there from the beginning, I have nothing but, thank yous for you guys. And you know what? I will keep on growing. We will keep on growing as a community because this is our channel at the end of the day. It's not just mine. We grow together. You know what I mean? And that's what we're going to do. And one thing which is great about this channel is that we've always spoke how it is. We've never gone overboard in regards to, swearing at players, insulting players, etc., etc. When Eric Ten Hag we were going through the mud with Eric Ten Hag, we didn't call him peanut head, ball forward, things like that. That's great for this channel because that's the way we do things. We have the intelligence to construct an intelligent conversation without the need for insult and stuff like that. Guys, I've uploaded a short video on my channel. Make sure you check it out. Of course, I'm going to be uploading more short videos. I upload about 5 to 10 short videos a week. Please keep looking at those short videos, sharing those short videos, putting them on your TikTok, putting them on your Facebook, putting them on your Twitter. Keep doing it. You know what I mean? And you know what? Keep pushing it, of course, guys. Absolutely. And you know what? Keep pushing Stretford Post. Every little helps. If you're not a member, if you're not giving super chats, if you're not doing anything like that, the least you could do for me is just promote the channel, cut videos up, make your own short videos, share my short videos, put them on your TikTok, put them everywhere. I'll be totally appreciative of that. And I will give you your props, obviously, when I see it, of course. Like I said, I'm looking for players didn't get a chance to play. Let's see. 69, watch on live haters. Come on, guys, press the like button and subscribe buttons. It's only takes 5 seconds. So yes, mate, definitely have the best community channel here without a doubt. Thank you so much, Gray. You're a legend, absolutely. I've got people like you, mate. People like you who've supported the channel from day one and absolutely respect you, my friend. Absolutely. And you know what? Come on, guys. Can we get to 40 likes? I don't think we're going to get there. We've only got a few minutes of the show left. We're not going to get to 40 likes again. Come on, guys. I got to 40 likes earlier on. Some people don't like pressing the like button. The problem is a lot of people don't have accounts. They have to sign up to it, don't they? At the end of the day. But I have a lot of people on my Twitter. When I tweet it out, people watch me. You know what I mean? I've got a lot of scouts. People are scouting me, guys. People are scouting me. Absolutely. They're scouting me, watching me. You know what I mean? And seeing, what does he say? What does he say? Some people are copying my content. Some people are copying me and stuff like that. Yes, they do. They do. They look at my transfer news. They know I've got some couple of contacts here and there. So they do look, guys. I'm sorry, but they do. Absolutely. You name them. They're doing it. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you name the names, I'll say yes or no. Absolutely. Yeah. Scotland of the East in India. Scott, oh yes, you told me, Pios. I remember you telling me. You said it's beautiful and stuff like. I remember you see, I do remember. Absolutely, you said it's lovely, didn't you? You said it's lovely, and I one day, hopefully, Pios, I will visit there. Absolutely, I'll do a live stream there. One day, you never know what's going to happen. Of course, you never go. Grayo, you absolute legend. Thank you so much, you legend. Grayo, you're a legend, brother. You're a legend. Thank you for the super chat. Absolute love ya, brother. Thank you very much. Do you know what I mean? Absolute legend, that is great. Absolutely, he deserves an explosion. I know it's my delayed explosion, but that explosion, guys. Absolutely deserves it. Big up, Grayo, of course. I pressed the like way before the stream started, so I'm quick. I get a lot of people who do that, Jim. Absolutely, thank you, brother. Thank you very much. You legend, you legend, you. Absolutely. 160K a week. Lucky Singh. That's not how much I earn. I wish I did. Absolutely. I wish I did. You a proper legend, mate. Absolutely. He is. Grayo is a legend, mate. Absolutely. Sal, big up, big up, big up. Explosion. That is Grayo. Absolutely. The legend, the lucky charm, the absolute colossus. Mr. Stretford Post, of course, guys. Absolutely. Guys, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm working hard on this channel, guys. You know what? Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, I'm on all those platforms, guys. I've even started, guys. Don't forget to follow me on the new platform, which is called, let me see what it's called. Bluesky. Stretford Post. Bluesky is the new Twitter, guys. Please don't forget to follow me on Bluesky, guys. Very important you guys do that. Absolutely. Join Bluesky, of course. Blue Sky. It's not Bluesky. It's not Polish. It is Blue Sky. Blue Sky. Don't forget to join me on that. I'm on that, guys. So don't forget to follow me on Blue Sky. Absolutely. I'm on that as well. I've got my hands full, guys. I've got my hands full. Absolutely. I've got my hands full. When I get more people, sooner or later, I'll have people working for me. How do you know? But how do you think about that? sooner or later, I'll have some of you guys working on my channel. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Absolutely. And you can obviously help me out and stuff like that. Big up everyone, of course. Guardian Raki has a wage bill. Absolutely. I agree as well, man. I agree. So you're not just a legend to me, brother. You're a friend and diamond. So are you, Jim. You're absolute legend. And mate, you know what? Forever, mate. Absolutely forever. Absolute legend, my friend. Absolutely. No more higher man if you see them. So absolutely, Lucky Singh. I agree with you, my friend. I do agree with that. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. You know what? It's rest time for me. I'm going to sit down, relax, have a little bit of a rest and take it easy for a little bit. I will be back tomorrow, of course, for Breaking Dawn, guys, in my usual surroundings. I don't know if I'll be with palm trees this time, guys. I don't think there will be any palm trees. It might be, you never know. You never know with me. I might pop out, you know what I mean? But you know what? Yeah, thank you for joining me earlier today. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Harry? Absolutely. You know what I mean? And thank you. And guys, you know what I mean? Enjoy it. You know what I mean? We're enjoying life as it is. And you know what? We ain't got no stress at the moment. No football is on for Man United, but we miss it, don't we, really? We do miss it, actually. You know what I mean? You know, love and hate. That's what it is with Man United. But you know what? We move on. And I can't wait until next Sunday, 25th of November, guys. Let's get this. And we carry on. We're leading up. We're going to be doing the preview, obviously, coming very soon. Probably on Friday will be the match preview, of course. Of course, there will be the presser from Ruben Amorim, the official presser from him. That's going to be interesting as well. Hopefully, I'll be bringing that to you live as well. And everything in between as well in regards to breaking news, guys. So, guys, let me just read through some of your last comments, of course. Great show. Much appreciated, brother. Big up, brother. You legend. You legend. Absolutely. Top stream Sal. Thank you. You legend too, my friend. Maybe next week we'll see a new manager plan the team. Absolutely lucky. Absolutely. Come on, I'll provide you anything you need to feel at home. I can't wait, Pios. I will visit you, my friend. Absolutely. I'm going to be traveling again very soon, of course. Definitely. All here to chat. You're all gems. Absolutely. Everyone is gems actually in this chat. Proper legend, mate. Thank you, Kazi. You're a legend, brother. Crew getting new faces involved. Absolutely. Absolutely, bruv. Take it easy, everyone. Have a fantastic evening, whatever you're doing. I'm going to watch The Big Bang Theory. All the best. Take it easy. Peace.
你说啥呢？